Look who's back.
Oh, there.
Where have you been, Dread Pirate Biff?
Me lad, it's good to be back. I've been across the world in the 7 seas.
Hope you've been keeping out of trouble.
Well, apart from sailing the 7 seas, I've been off to school, I have, yes indeed.
So, what have you been learning about?
I've been book learning. I figure the way the economy and the times are changing, it makes sense to have a new trade other than publishing. So I went to school, learn about wildlife. No, I don't mean the kind of wildlife you find in a nightclub. I mean the wildlife out here in the wild and woolly West Coast. So I thought I'd join you and bring you up to speed on the biological flora and fauna that we find out here in the maritime environment. But in the meantime, I see that you haven't done much since I've been gone. The boat looks about the same. Lazy blackguard. So I'm going to go down below and see what I can find to drink, and then I'll let you get back to work. Get back to work.
I see. So you do realize that the Beagle has long since set sail, and naturalists really aren't part of anybody's crew anymore. But you're welcome to join the crew of Little Bear and ply us with your new pearls of wisdom. That'd be great. Well, for all his bluster and blowhardness, Good Pirate Biff is right. I need to get back to work. So I've been having a little bit of trouble with my Honda generator. It doesn't like running. I don't know why. I may have to take it back. Things like brand new. I think I mentioned that before. But I've got some fresh gas today, some 94 octane, and I'm going to put that in the tank, and hopefully it will run and allow me to go down below and continue on with the projects that I've been working on. So let's get to it. So that down there is my mooring buoy. You can see the markings on it, and you can see that there is a nice fresh looking pennant on it. The reason there's a fresh looking pennant on it is because there is a fresh pennant on it. This here is the old pennant. I created this about 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, when I put the mooring buoy down. I did the splice myself, and I did everything myself. However, as I said earlier, we've been having some terrific windstorms, and the boat swings around the mooring buoy like a spinning top. All of these boats do. But unfortunately, when you've got this kind of rope, this 3-strand braided, this is what happens when the boat starts spinning around. That's called a hockle. That's the maritime official out of the dictionary word. It's called a hockle. H-O-C-K-L-E, hockle. And when your rope starts doing that, there's no fixing it. And of course, because it's not braided together, all of the strain will eventually go on one strand, which is probably insufficient to hold a 20,000 pound boat in a good windstorm. And I had 1 hockle, 2 hockles, and then a little bit of chafing going on. So I replaced the thing. And the reason why I was worried about it was because when the wind was blowing up, 50, 60 knots, I couldn't very well replace the pennant in that kind of wind, and I was worried that the hockle would work its way up to the splice. If the hockle works its way up to the splice and does this, of course the splice is going to come undone, isn't it? Which will render my pennant useless. So I created a new one. This is the new line that I bought. It is 8-strand plated, and it will not hockle. It will chafe, but it will not hockle. So it can stay on my mooring buoy for as long as it likes, and it's not going to unwind, come undone, or otherwise cause havoc. So I spent a few sleepless nights wondering what my poor boat was doing when the wind was blowing, but a friend came out, thanks Ken, to help me, and we managed to get the new pennant installed, and now I can sleep at night knowing that my boat isn't simply going to end up on the dike somewhere. Anyways, that's what I was worrying about. Okay, so now off to make lists. I know it's a compelling video right there. I'm not sure how to make list making interesting, but that's what I'm going to do. I've completed my list, and it's quite extensive, so rather than spend a lot of time trying to parse the list into logical chunks, I thought I'd just dive right in. So right now I'm going to try and route the cable for the Raymarine multifunction device. It's been hanging off the clock for months, and it looks unsightly, and it's just kind of stupid having it hanging there. So I'm going to route it and get ready to hook it up.